bringing a special guest, Mandy Xu of Credit Suisse, Chief Derivatives Strategist there. Mandy, it's a pleasure to have you on Fast Money again, although I can't wait till everybody's back around the table with Melissa and the gang. So, Mandy, I'll start with you. How relevant is, quote, earnings season going to be? Super important or not important at all, given what's going on?
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, that's a great question. I would say what is being priced into the market coming round of earnings will be less important than normal. So what to keep in mind is that the upcoming, first quarter earnings is mostly going to cover a period before we went into a lockdown. So, the informational value going forward is not going to be a lot, right? So I think that's something that's important to keep in mind.
And so what are you watching then in your team, Mandy, most closely?
Sure. I think what is really interesting in the derivatives market right now is, with this bounce off of the lows, market up, 20+%, we're not seeing any upside chasing in the market. In fact, investors have been using this rally to add to downside hedges, buying downside puts in the major indices like S&P, Russell 2000, et cetera, which to me is actually, very notable because typically in these major market corrections, we do see a fair amount of upside call buying as people come in to pick the bottom. That activity, that flow is completely absent. So to me, it signals a very high amount of skepticism that, this rally can continue going forward.
Okay, yeah. And I mean, what is the biggest, there's so many risks, Mandy. I feel silly even asking this question. What's the biggest risk right now? And we're talking about equity markets, what we do here on CNBC.
Sure. I think what people are watching for, the near-term data, everyone I think by this point recognizes is going to be absolutely horrific, whether you're talking about unemployment, GDP, earnings, et cetera. I think what will really drive market, if you're looking for the next leg higher, we really need to see constructive data coming from either the underlying virus in terms of a peak in the infection rates or signs that we can get the economy back to normal faster than expected. So I think that's what everyone is watching, not so much the near-term data because that's been, I would say, completely written off, but more signs of the second half, what type of rebound, what kind of recovery are we going to get? Is it that V-shaped recovery or with some if you look at a lot of the Asian economies going to lockdown, I'm having more conversations, with clients talking about, a second wave of infection and a potential, maybe a U-shaped or W-shaped recovery. So I think that's what most investors are really focusing on at this point.
Yeah. All right, Mandy Xu, Credit Suisse. Mandy, look forward to seeing you back on set soon. Thank you very much.